Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nerd Rant. I'm Dr. Zombie, also known as Seth, with my co-host,
Tired and hungry.
I'm pretty sure you've done those exact things in that order.
I doubt it.
Well, you called yourself tired last episode.
Yeah, but not tired and hungry at the same time at the beginning of the episode.
Definitely said hungry because you work at Chick-fil-A and you talk about food when you come home.
Blah, blah.
Anyway, guys, are you ready for the most scuffed episode of Nerd Rant?
We've said that before,
maybe?
And they've ended up less scuffed than we think.
That's why I'm saying it. Because if I say it's scuffed and it's not scuffed, that's a good sign. Because actually, theoretically, we had everything planned from the start.
Exactly. We're talking about nothing today,
know
guys.
Better. Yeah, no, we're just gonna rant. That was a voice crack.
That was a voice crack and a phlegm horse.
Yep, I'm gonna drink my Stewart's.
I got my unsweet tea.
Yeah, we don't have anything planned. This is a backup just in case JJ dies.
I'm getting my
Saturday.
wisdom teeth out this weekend, so no guarantee I'll be able to talk by this weekend.
So either this will go up Saturday, or we're gonna have JJ on anesthesia, and it's gonna be scuffed in a different way, and this will go up next Saturday. Yeah, I just realized either way, this week's episode's gonna be so scuffed.
Definitely.
Anyway, so we're just gonna talk. I watched a movie last night.
Did you watch?
The Cat Returns, the Ghibli movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was good. Because they've been doing the Ghibli Fest, I'm just gonna say stuff. Just say stuff. How do you feel about stuff like that? Like having returns for anniversaries? Because I feel like, especially nowadays, movie theaters aren't doing well.
I think that's honestly what's been keeping a lot of them afloat. Like I've seen Cinemark and even the local one up in Lexington. They do these anniversary movie showings, and a lot of actual movies are seeing this, and they're kind of not exactly remaking, but they're adding content to them for these people who go to see the re-releases. We just saw Coraline in 3D.
I did see that.
Cinemark.
Yeah, they had a Coraline re-release.
Yeah, and after the movie, there was 20 minutes of not quite documentary, but a look behind the scenes at what they did to go back and turn it into 3D. Because when it originally released, there wasn't a 3D version, and so that you got to see some of their process with their figures and statues they use for the animation and stuff, which is pretty cool.
That's actually really cool. That kind of this kind of had that too, where it was a little documentary at the beginning with Miyazaki and just his creation, working on the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Because I saw Coraline.
Yeah,
Coraline. But I saw, I think it was the 85th anniversary for Wizard of Oz. Which I saw something. Okay, do you remember the one scene where it snowed in Wizard of Oz?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that was asbestos?
No.
That was 100% asbestos.
No. That's so bad.
So, with keeping the dark theme, because I have problems, guys. I've seen some pretty dark stuff, and I like it on Twitter, so I see more of it, because it's really interesting, such as, did you know cannibalism's legal?
Technically, yeah.
Technically, it's the way of getting said meat is difficult, but legally speaking, in the general sense, it's fine.
Yeah.
But back on the asbestos thing, did you know that when radiation first was found, we thought it was good, and this guy actually took radioactive vitamins every day, and he died from radioactive poisoning, obviously.
Yeah, I saw a food theory a while ago where companies would actually put on their labels, it includes a small dose of radiation. And it's now looking back, that's really not good.
This guy was so bad, he had to be buried in a lead coffin, and to this day, he's still radioactive.
Shit, bruh.
Glad we're not in that age.
Yup.
Yeah. Any other movies that you've seen? That's really it. There's some movies I'm looking forward to. I saw there is a lot of advertisement for Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they really are going hard on the promo for that one.
which I am looking forward to originally, since I heard about it earlier this year.
I still need to see the original Beetlejuice.
That's so sad.
I know.
So sad. But what's her name from Wednesday is there? Jenna.
Yeah. Jenna Ortega.
That's kind of funny because it really fits her from her past few roles.
Yeah.
But that's really it. There's some other anime movies that I'm going to go see. Here's a question I want to ask, because I know we just talked about re-releases. How do you feel about the theatrical releases for shows?
So, I suppose it depends on the show, because I know a lot of shows will have, like, a longer pilot episode. And that would make sense, I think, to release in theaters, even that, and, like, the next episode, or, like, a special or something that releases, like that, I could see coming to theaters. But if it's literally just a couple episodes of a series, then I don't see why it should have a theatrical release. I think it should, like, obviously you can rent out a theater to play it yourself and do a small event of, like, binging it in a theater, but, like, the theaters themselves should not, do showings of shows unless it's, like, a special or a pilot or something.
I don't think the theater is necessarily like, hey, there's a new show coming out. It's like advertises a theatrical release. Big example of this would be Demon Slayer. They've been doing this almost every season, where what they do is the last and first episode are generally longer, around 40 minutes, and they'll show both of those. And what happened is, and the one I really remember is when they first did this, not the movie, the Mugen Train movie. This was a theatrical release. It was the last episode. In the last episode, it was the final fight. So I got to see the final fight of Demon Slayer Season 2. Big screen, obviously it was... animation was phenomenal, but adding that surround sound. And then you get to see the first episode of the new season, which is generally longer too. So it was almost 2 hours long total. And you get to see that early, right? Because it doesn't release for another month or two. And my big thing is, because there's this one podcast I listen to, and they constantly bash that, saying they're scamming their fans. I think it's cool, because if I had an option to, if One Piece, right, was releasing every week in theaters, I'm not going to see everyone, but when they have that big fight, I'm going to go to the theater for the next 3 episodes, because this massive fight I've been waiting for a year, and the manga is finally getting animated. And if you don't want to, don't go.
Yeah.
And because I say that because Don to Don, another really big one, had a Netflix leak, right? Because I know if you guys have been listening lately, there was this huge Netflix leak with a bunch of shows. And apparently Don to Don is actually going to have a theatrical release as well. And it's because a lot more of these shows are doing that longer pilot, which I think is good. How do you feel about longer pilots?
I honestly like when shows have longer pilots. It allows, obviously, longer pilots are not custom to TV. Like this, longer pilots are kind of like a streaming age kind of thing. Because having that longer slot on TV costs a lot of money. So now that we're in a streaming kind of age, it makes a lot more sense to have those longer pilots. Because then you have a lot more time where you can introduce your characters, establish your world, and establish kind of a plot. And
get all that
don't
beginning
have
stuff out of the way.
Yeah, you don't have to hook people into like 3 episodes for them to fully understand what you're going to do with the series.
Yeah, because even though 40 or 50 minutes isn't that big of a difference versus multiple 20, you remove all the ad breaks, you remove just the cuts in general, like it really adds a lot. Even 15 minutes can really add a lot because that pacing in that first episode can be better.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like that definitely on TV was not a big thing. If it was like, oh, hey, come back for part 2 next week. Just like TikToks. But yeah, I think that's the kind of thing that I'm kind of looking forward to is some theatrical releases of anime I'm going to go see. And then My Hero Academia does have a movie. They do movies in between seasons. They actually have a movie coming out to America, I think, in a month or 2. And Beetlejuice is really it. Because is there any good Marvel movies coming out this year?
No, I think Marvel's taken like a big hiatus as far as I've known.
Yeah. And then DC, I think if anything I'm excited for is to see how Superman is done. Obviously the build-up, but I'm still disappointed after Flash. We'll see how it goes. I know Blue Beetle, I think, seemed pretty good. Seemed pretty positive. I don't know what you saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I've been meaning to, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, I have been meaning to see that one as well, but I've seen some positive reviews. But, yeah. Movies
everybody. Woohoo.
I'm just kind of ranting. If you think of something, chime in.
Damn.
I'm just trying to break up that empty space of us thinking about what to talk about next. Like right now would be a great time to chime in.
Did you see the trailer for the Sonic movie? Sonic 3?
I did. That came out. I didn't see the whole thing. Dr. Robotnik looks fun.
Right?
It feels like a different version. I'm excited to see how it goes. Jim Carrey's great. Yeah. I saw, what was it? Knuckles got smacked.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited for that movie. I really enjoyed the first two Sonic movies, so I have high hopes for this one.
What's really funny is, do you know how I first found it?
Who?
Found out that there was the trailer. I didn't even realize that the trailer dropped. I saw a clip, and I'm like, oh, that looks funny, because it was a meme. It's like, when something does something, and it was Knuckles getting beat by shadows. And I'm like, that's cool. And then I later saw, trailer dropped a few hours ago. You're kidding me. Like 2 hours of trailer dropping? We're getting memes of it.
Yep. Welcome to the internet.
Yep. But yeah, that's going to be another good kids movie. I might see it. It's not my favorite thing, but it's good. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my thing.
As far as video game adaptations have gone, Sonic has definitely been a solid one.
They've definitely done better. Do you know what has not done good?
Borderlands.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I haven't seen it, but I have seen the reviews and disappointment.
It is one of the most hated movies I think in my lifetime that I've seen. Like that is it. It is outrageous because I don't know if you remember, but you probably weren't following it back then. But back when when it first got announced that it was going to be turned into a movie, this script was being passed around between so many people, and it was highly regarded. Like, the script for this movie was, like, generally, like, the writers and directors who saw it were like, this is going to be one of the best movies that Hollywood has seen in a long time. And now we're like, okay, well, what happened to it in all of these, like, rewrites and pass-arounds? Because this is one of the worst things we have ever seen.
That's kind of sad. I know people had a whole... Not only from that, but just with game adaptations lately, I just felt like going into it, I saw a lot of hope in people saying it was going to be good. Not because they saw it, just expectations. And then the movie came out, and I have not seen anything positive.
Yeah, no, nobody's liking it. Like, not even people who are going to see it not having seen the games have enjoyed it. They still think it is a garbage movie. Just pacing and lines and writing and... Obviously, acting is pretty good because they're all big-name actors, but there's only so much you can do when you have a bad script, so...
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. I think a great example of that is The Flash. The last few seasons... What was his name? I'm completely forgetting his name. The CW Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Grant Gustin.
Yes.
He's great. He's an, honestly, underrated Flash. I feel like because of Iris and some other problems with the show, he doesn't get as much love. Like... I think he is one of the best Flash adaptation and actors and, like, voices that we've had in a long time. Because I've seen, like, some of the old Justice League shows. This is probably one of my favorite actors for Flash. And I think if we got a reboot and we actually get rid of whoever the guy is playing him now, we need Grant. Get Grant for the Flash.
Bring him
in.
And
everyone would be happy.
Honestly, the biggest mistake they made is not canonizing the CW shows.
But, no, never mind. I mean, technically the CW canonized it.
Sigh.
Because they had that Flash. But, like you said, there's only so much you can do, and after the last few seasons, Grant wasn't doing a worse job than season 1. Just the story went down, Iris is just being a pain. So there's only so much actors can do.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, do Do you know what I've been trying to watch? I've been trying to watch the Superman and Lois show.
Yeah?
Because I haven't seen it. Normally, I waited for all of those shows to come to Netflix, and that one has not. And all the videos are saying either for paid, but you could watch it for free on CW website, but it only has 2 or 3 episodes from season 3.
Bruh.
You can't even pay for, like, season 1. Like, they literally do not exist. Season 1 and 2. So, but I want to watch it because I've seen some clips, and I think, not my favorite, I think Henry was better, but I think that was a decent Superman adaptation, and from what I've seen for the show, the suit was so much better than what Supergirl had.
I heard that the what's it called? The old Superman show Smallville. I've heard that was like one of the best.
I really want to watch that too.
For
that is
like Superman and DC and all that. And I don't know, it's old. I saw it at a used video store not that long ago, and they had like all the seasons and stuff. And I look at it, and I'm like, I thought this was newer when people were talking about it, but no, it's like 90s to early 2000s.
Yeah, it's old. It's old. You can tell because I've seen clips of it, because I've seen part of it. I think what you kind of remember is the fact that there's this Smallville reference in Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was pretty recent. Because at this... Hold up, JJ, you're going to hate this. When did Crisis on Infinite Earths come out?
No, 2018?
2019.
2019, okay. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my... That's 5 years.
That's crazy.
Anyway, so maybe that's what you're thinking about recent, but yeah, the show's definitely older. It's a very different, it's a lot of the different characters, but it was as kids. So we don't, from what I saw, I don't know if it changes in later seasons, but it's like Clark in school, you know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun. It's a very different take than what we get nowadays. And I wouldn't mind if we had more slice of life stuff kind of like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would do really well. It kind of reminds me of some of the animated Justice League shows, like Young Justice. Like, there are so many episodes where it was kind of a vibe and slice of life. Yes, there's romance too, but I wouldn't mind that what if we got, like, in between at the Avengers movie or the Justice League movies, we had a 40-minute special that was on, like, Disney Plus or whatever the DC one would be, and it's slightly less budget, but it'd be like a slice of life in between episodes where we kind of see how the characters are reacting after the movie. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That could be cool.
How do you think?
I like that idea, and I think, honestly, with how a lot of superhero movies and shows have been these days, it's all like action, plot, that we don't
That's what I mean. Like,
have
it's all
like much
action.
of that cross genre. It's like people have said, like, superhero movies have become a complete genre. Like, there's not a lot of variation in there in the superhero genre. So it'd be good to have some shows kind of go back into that, like, yes, the main character is a superhero, but at the same time, it's like they have a family and they have a life, and we get to see into that life a little bit, and they're dealing with, like, smaller problems, like, you know, friend drama and that, like, smaller stuff, like small scale human, I don't want to say conflict, but I mean, like,
it wouldn't even have to be small, but not as a full thing. Like, I would love to see Aquaman post Aquaman, seeing, like, his, like, dealing with having to fight his friend and stuff, and, like, just walking around town, helping rebuild, that type of thing, like, helping rebuild after a large fight. Because, yeah, like, the idea is there. It's definitely, like you said, it's a genre, and that just feels so out of place. But that wasn't out of place when we were on the TV route. Now everything's all action, plot-heavy movies.
Yeah,
and that's really
it's like all of the movies nowadays are main quests. We need some side quest movies.
That's one of the reasons why I like One Piece so much, and I'm scared for the remake, because the remake is going to deal with the pacing, which is a problem at some places. But what a lot of people are saying with the pacing, and, like, it's going to have shorter episodes. I like when we have an episode or two where we don't do anything, because I feel more connected. Because we're goofing off trying to get through the sea, because the Grand Line has crazy storms. Like, you can go from a snowstorm to a tornado to lightning to sunny to tsunami, like, in an hour. And I love the episodes where we kind of, like, fighting through that. It's action-packed. But, like, they're getting stressed, and Sanji's making food. Brooke is playing some music to calm everyone down. Like, that's gonna be quote-unquote filler. But I think we need more of that in media to really break it up and let you connect with the characters on more of a personal level than action level. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We're only at 20 minutes.
Random and off topic, but I got a Goonies steelbook the other day.
Oh, nice. You got it?
Yeah, I did. It's...
I bet.
Yeah, I want to collect some more
great.
movie steelbooks. So I have a good amount of game steelbooks, but I want some more movie ones. Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier, too. You had mentioned Studio Ghibli movies. If you ever want a lot of their steelbooks, go to Barnes & Noble. I kid you not. They had, like, every single Studio Ghibli movie in a steelbook there. It was crazy.
Nice.
And
yeah, I'll check
half
it
of them
out.
were, like, 20-30% off, too.
Oh, yeah. I will say I was scammed.
Yeah?
I was scammed. Because when I got my first Ghibli movie, which was Boy and the Heron, my friend told me that they have little coins inside, like little golden coins per movie. But I didn't have any in any of mine. And it seems like it's only a German or European thing.
The coins?
Yeah. Because, like, I literally bought, it was brand new, and either I bought used copies of the other ones, which I don't think happened, or Boy and the Heron is the first. I don't know. I was kind of mad when I realized that. I'm like, ooh, that's a fun little collectible thing.
I think I've seen at least one Studio Ghibli movie with a coin at Target, because I remember picking it up and being like, oh, Seth would totally get this as a collectible in it.
I don't know. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure my other ones, they were wrapped in everything. They seemed pretty new.
Yeah.
And then Boy and the Heron was quite literally not released yet, so it can't be pre-owned.
Ooh.
Yeah. What all Ghibli movies have you seen? Because you've seen a few. Ponyo.
Yeah, Ponyo's the main one, obviously. I've seen that like 2 or 3 times now. I know I've seen like 1 or 2 more, but the names are escaping me as of now. And I've also played some of the games, like the Ni no Kuni games.
Not the same.
That's Studio Ghibli, bro.
They are, but... And here's the thing with Ghibli that I'm realizing is Ghibli is... There's 2 types of Ghibli. There's Miyazaki Ghibli, which is the director behind Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and they're very different to other Ghibli works. So when people say Ghibli, they're not really thinking... The Cat Returns, the one I just saw last night, was good, but I don't think it's by him, and I can see that.
Ghibli is the animators.
It is. It's
they
the studio,
had some
but
good writers, but you can put any writer behind that animation, and that doesn't necessarily make the movie good.
yeah. So when it's just like in general, Ghibli isn't. When Ghibli's a big thing, but when a lot of people talk about Ghibli, they're talking about Miyazaki.
Yeah,
which is fair, because his movies are a whole other level when it comes to direction, storytelling. Not necessarily animation. Animation's not the same because it's the same group of people.
Yeah.
But there's a few more movies I want to watch, and then I'm going to go through and I want to try to rank them and kind of really think about all of them. But I'm almost there. Because, I want to try to collect all the Miyazaki steelbooks. So all of his movies and the steelbooks for those. I currently have Boy and the Heron, Princess Mononoke, and Porco Rosso. But, I was just saying that because I think I want to try to collect some more steelbooks too. I have this other trilogy. I have 2 out of 3, and I have the box. But I don't know, like, what kind of movies I really like that I know I'm going to enjoy. Like Marvel... But I'm kind of falling out of Marvel, so I don't really want to buy, like, the Avengers steelbook.
I mean, I think as long as it's a good movie, I would like to own a physical copy of it. I'm not going to like say, yes, Marvel, I'm going to collect them all. If it's like, Ant-Man, I really enjoyed that one. If I see a steelbook at a good price, I'm going to grab it. Or, Age of Ultron, that was a good Avengers movie, so I'd get the steelbook of that.
That's right. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to collect all of them. I'm just trying to think, like, what type of movies that aren't so situational. Because I feel like a lot of movies I see, they're good, but that was when I was in a certain frame of mind. Whereas, like, my anime movies and some other ones, I can enjoy at any time. And those are the type of movies I would get a steelbook for.
Yeah.
But I don't know what kind of movies I've seen in the last few years other than the anime movies that
Hunger
are
Games.
like that. Hunger Games is good. I already have the normal DVD, but I like the books better.
I like the books better too, but the movies are great and steelbook is cool, so.
Yeah. That's also a lot of...
I know, that's the problem I'm running into with my collection right now. Like, I have a lot of steelbooks saved. Like, not every game has a steelbook, but I found some people on Etsy and eBay that make custom steelbooks for a lot of these games. So I have a bunch on my shelf right now that I have steelbooks saved for, but they're like $40 each, and I don't really have the money to get those right now, so...
Yeah, and that's the other thing, like, it adds up. Like, I want to buy a few more Ghibli ones, but, like, if I want to buy 3 more, or I want to buy the Suzume one, that's an extra $40 right there, which adds up.
It's like, I told myself that I'm only going to buy steelbooks for any of the games that I have on my shelf, and so I bought the games in preparation to buy the steelbooks, and then I'm like, well... I bought the game, so now I don't have the money to buy the steelbook.
Yeah, now you're out of money for the steelbook, which is unfortunate about doing it that way, because normally you'd spend a little bit of extra money and get both in one go.
But
you're
a lot
doing
of them
it in
don't
2
have
steps.
steelbooks, so...
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I should see about getting a Fortnite steelbook.
I wonder if they make that.
I could find one, let's be honest. Might be a few thousand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a VR, JJ. I know I talked about it in the last episode, but I actually got it up and running. I know your brother had one. Did you use it much?
Oh yeah, I used it a good bit.
Yeah, what kind of games did you play?
I mostly played Beat Saber, but he had me try a couple other ones just to test them out. And I also played a good, couple hours of the Assassin's Creed VR game.
Okay.
So I've played a good bit in VR, but mostly Beat Saber. I grinded that a lot.
Yeah. I just got it. I literally just got it up and running today. So I haven't played a lot. I have a few demos downloaded. I have the Cube VR with a Y. I've been playing that and Beat Saber. Beat Saber's the one that I know is going to work. However, the problem is I need to rearrange my room a bit to make room for that. There's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I want to get into, not super into it, but I definitely want to experience it, because that's the thing that I haven't experienced yet. I've experienced PC, console, and mobile, and arcade machines. I've gone to the arcade plenty of times, but I haven't experienced VR. I kind of feel like crap right now because I do experience motion sickness, so that's going to be one problem I got to deal with. But, what headset did you use? Quest 2?
Yeah, Quest 2.
Did you see, do you know what kind of specs it had?
In terms of what? Like screen?
Yeah, screen.
I believe it was, I think it was 1080, whatever the 10 is.
1080.
For resolution, yeah. I thought so. 1080p for each lens. Pretty sure.
And what kind of frames?
I think it was... let me Google it just to make sure.
Quest take off that VR community.
Specs. No, that's the Quest 3. Here we go. Graphics. So no, give me the actual... I don't care if it's your own... Okay, here. Optics. 1832 by 1920 resolution per eye. And then 60, 72, and 90 hertz refresh rates are supported.
Okay. That's one benefit about the PlayStation VR 2, which, by the way, I do have a PlayStation VR 2, So I'm limited on my games, which I'm fine with because I'm not getting super into it. If I was really getting into it, I would think about getting a Quest. But this is just easy because I can just hook it up straight to my console. And because it's permanently hooked up, it takes the processing power of the PlayStation. So I actually can run, it is 4K OLED 120.
Hey, dude.
So it's very high quality. And here's another thing, which I don't know if you saw. Apparently it has pretty good eye tracking. Not pretty good, fairly good eye tracking. And it actually does this thing where it will actually only render what you're looking at with eye tracking. What the Quest 2 did, I don't know about Quest 3, but the Quest 2 did, it always made it the middle of the screen because it'll assume that you're always looking at the middle. But the PlayStation will actually track your eye. So if you're looking up, and even if that's not the middle, that's what's getting rendered in.
Neat.
So that makes it easier, so that way everything around you is lower quality, and it makes the processing for that area that you're looking at significantly better, which is really cool. And obviously, here's another thing that I'm experiencing, and I was playing the Horizon. It has the PlayStation controllers, so I have the haptics and all that kind of stuff, and it's awesome. I was climbing, and I'm really trying to squeeze and feel, or I don't know the other control. They probably have this just because of the haptics and adaptive triggers. If I want to close my fist, if I just put my thumb on the the two buttons, it will close my thumb. On the R2 buttons, or R2 and L2, it'll, I just gotta press it down slightly, or just put my finger on the button, it'll close different fingers, and then the L1 and R1. And it's really cool, you can close your fist, you can make a thumbs up, do a whole bunch of different stuff in a lot of games, because you're actually, each set is controlling different fingers.
Yeah.
So it's very cool, and I'm excited to get into proper VR, not just the demos, and I get it set up and everything to really experience that. I'll probably make a review of a noob using VR as experience. But no, it's fun, and like I said, I'm just excited to finally experience this, because this is really the last big thing. And I do think, I know we talked about it a lot on our tech videos and future videos, VR, I think, is definitely going to be the future of a lot of stuff.
It's going to be expensive.
It is going to be expensive.
But quite an expensive future. I don't like the sound of that.
Yep. Sounds about right. But I did also find, because I saw one guy that uses it, and he mostly does console stuff, and I'm happy I took something from his video. He wore a hat with the VR, and it helped.
Lovely.
Because the way the PlayStation VR does it is it's not a strap, it's a halo band that you tighten. So it puts a lot of the weight on the forehead and the back of your head, because that's wherever it is. So having that hat really helps, like a beanie. I'm just talking. If you have something else you want to rant about, go for it.
I did have this. I just ordered, pre-ordered Kenna Bridge of Spirits, the physical edition that only just released for Xbox. But that got me thinking, it's kind of strange that a lot of games these days are launching digital and then releasing physical after the fact. As if it's a second thought. It's kind of crazy to see that happen, because it used to be it releases physical and maybe you buy it digital. But yeah, you buy your games in a GameStop or heck, a Walmart if it's there. And now it's digital is kind of the main way to go, and then physical is for the people who have already played the game and really liked it.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits?
Yeah, Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It was a PlayStation game.
Oh.
Yeah. PlayStation and PC.
Because you said it just released on Xbox, and it said it released in 2021, and I'm really confused.
No. It's only just released for Xbox.
Gotcha. That's what you were saying. I thought it came out first, because day one Game Pass type thing, and it's coming to other. Okay. Honestly, I think that's really how it is, though. Digital is primary, so you get all that extra sales, especially for developers, because whatever you say about Xbox, it's still a company. So I wonder if, they get a little bit of money from their stores for PlayStation or Xbox store, and they're probably releasing it there first to get the primary sales, because then they also have extra rights, because it's digital. And then they release physical I wonder if they base it on how well it does. If it does it really well, they do it fast. If not, we'll get to it.
Yeah. It's just kind of interesting that physicals have become more of a premium rather than a standard. Because, like, even ordering this, the only edition that is for Xbox is the premium edition that comes with, like, a bunch of extra stuff and, like, the soundtrack and all that kind of stuff included. You can't order, like, a base edition. So it's kind of interesting that physicals themselves have become a premium rather than a standard.
I feel like I've seen that. Like, I got Black Myth Wukong, and I went to, like, the first, like, checkpoint, and I have stuff in my mailbox. Like, oh, I get to pick something. I had a full outfit and, like, soundtrack. I don't remember buying the deluxe because I don't think there was a cheaper version. And I don't think it was a pre-order because I didn't pre-order it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like a lot of games are kind of like making their base game $70 or more and not giving you the cheaper option without some of the extra features. Because it's like, I don't need this. I'll spend $50, but you have to spend $60 or $70.
Yeah.
Would you want to hear more about that? We have a whole episode on game editions.
Yeah. You should go listen to that.
You should go listen. Probably going to be better than this.
Let's be honest, though. If I'm going on, like, YouTube and stuff and I see a video of two people chatting, I'm probably going to pick that over, like, the concise video that's, like, informational, like, being completely honest.
Video essay. Which, honestly, let's be honest, though, that episode was probably thought up about 5 seconds before we hit record.
Probably, yeah. That's the fun of our podcast, is, like, even the ones that seem planned probably aren't. They're, like, maybe 2 minutes old.
It's great. It's just sometimes we don't have a direct thing that we both know. Because, let's talk about what we've been doing. JJ, what have you been grinding? Why we've been struggling to think of a topic?
I've been playing Cyberpunk for pretty much the past month, I'd say, and that's, like, the only thing, aside from obviously Fortnite and a little bit of X-Defiant.
So, quickly with X-Defiant, I played X-Defiant for the first time, and I gotta say, it felt worse in almost every way since launch, other than netcode. The movement's been ruined, sniping's been ruined, ranked is still bad. I've seen so many people complain about hackers. Hacking's gone really bad. It's really sad because the entire time I was gone, I saw about 0 communication and about 0 updates. We're finally getting some rank changes. I don't know if you saw, we're having a patch tomorrow with a faction limit, but it's just too late. Like, we're 3 weeks away from season 2. Did you realize that?
Yeah.
Like, we're almost in season 2 and we've had 0 ranked updates. But anyway, quickly, I want you to look up a trailer. It's called Lo-Fi. It's a VR game.
Okay, a Lo-Fi game.
So, because with me getting the PSVR 2, I've now been looking at all the games, because there's not as many, but that also means I'm going to look at the upcoming, because I just have less of a library, so I'm going to look for those. And that one, I was kind of excited for.
What am I looking at?
It's Cyberpunk. Not necessarily these Cyberpunk,
it looks
but
a lot like it.
It is a Cyberpunk-type VR game. I literally lowered the volume. Why did it start playing? I literally lowered the volume before I opened YouTube. But yeah, no, I saw this. Like, that looks kind of cool.
It does look cool. All I'm seeing, though, here is this looks like Frame Drop Valley.
Yeah. We'll see. And I'm wondering if that's probably where the benefits of, like, the PSVR 2 with the eye tracking rendering would come into play. And because it has the power of the PlayStation mixed with the VR, the performance is just generally better.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, you've been doing that, playing Cyberpunk. I have just been waiting for tomorrow, which is Con Next, and then the beta Friday for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Yeah. Did you watch the trailer?
For what?
Multiplayer.
Oh shoot, that dropped. That's right.
All right, watch it. Let's get your live reaction because we need content. So let's get your reaction.
Because faceless reactions are the best.
Well, communicative reactions are a thing, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it as you watch it.
That, like, old school intro.
Oh,
That's
I love
funny.
that. I love that. Oh, that was so cool. I hate Activision, but Activision did well there.
Yeah.
So, I know I told you, I want to tell the viewers, there is a big problem I have with the trailer, and that is the fact that it feels anticlimactic. Not that they did anything wrong, but because of all the official releases and the leaked gameplay, most of this we've seen, which if you haven't been or you didn't see the gameplay, this is good because there's stuff it's telling us like Classic Prestige coming back, and if you, not necessarily been living under a rock, but say you just don't care and you're just waiting for the beta, then this is the first video you're going to see. Because here's the other thing, right? Advertisement. That's the big reason why they're doing this. This is their ad they're going to play now until the game drops.
Yeah.
So it's going to show, hey, here's some cool stuff coming. Even though everyone already knew that, that's really in the community. If you're outside, like you, right? If you weren't talking to me, you might see this trailer and then you'd see some of this stuff. How's it going so far?
This looks intense.
And that's the other thing. It really just looks like an action movie. And that's kind of what it feels like the game's striving to be with the Omni movement and stuff. It just is nonstop action.
Yeah. There's going to be some cool clips coming out of this game, I'll tell you that much.
For real. People are worried that, and I agree, this might be one of the sweatiest Call of Duties to date. Maybe in general, because of the skill-based matchmaking, I wouldn't be surprised if just in overall, this was one of the sweatiest games of all time.
Yeah.
Because Fortnite's sweaty, but with skill-based matchmaking, you very much can find AI, you can find bad players, defaults. Call of Duty doesn't really have that. So 16 brand new maps, which, you know Nuketown, right?
Yeah.
So there's no mention of Nuketown, and it's 16 brand new maps. So what people are thinking is it's either going to be a Season 1 launch, or I wouldn't be surprised if it's 16 new maps, plus we get 3 or 4 remastered maps. So we get Nuketown, Firing Range, some old ones that people know and love, on top of that. So we get 20 launch maps, but they're advertising here are 16 brand new, fresh experiences. Did you finish the video?
Yep.
Okay, so anything that really stands out? Guns that you saw, effects that you saw. There's a lot of stuff in there. Kill streaks. The gunsmith is showing off a lot of guns and like tactical and lethal.
One thing I will say is there looked like there was a lot of rubble. Just like rubble of things. So I'm wondering how destructible maps are going to be.
So I don't think that's it. I think it's one of 3 things. It's kill streaks, it is cinematic, or all of these maps are after the campaign. So they're already ruined. So I wonder if it's just mixed, like showing that they're ruined through cinematic because they're post-war. I don't know. I doubt it's going to be destructible because
I kind of hope
people
it's
are already
little destructible. Hopefully not to the point of like,
well,
whatchamacallit,
finals.
Yeah.
Well, we have doors that you can destroy, and people are saying doors ruin Call of Duty because that's one of the big problems people had with the Infinity War, and they're in this game, and people are already saying this game is dead because tac sprint and doors. So if they had destructibility, I don't think that would be a good thing.
I mean, not to an extreme point, no, but like, what if it's like, you know, the walls that you can peek around? What if you can like chip off the edges and be able to use that as like a tinier, tighter angle?
That would be pretty cool and like definitely add to the tactical Black Ops vibe. But we'll see. Like I said, just from experience, I don't think CODs are going to do that, and a lot of the explosions and stuff are going to be cinematic. However, there was one scene where we saw a plane hit the ground, and that's actually something I think in Modern Warfare 2 or 3, if you destroy a kill streak, it can actually crash and blow up on the map and kill people.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of cool. If you snipe a chopper gunner down, and then you get a quad feed or something, like there's some cool stuff that's going to be coming. Gunsmith, how do you feel? You don't know anything about the Gunsmith, right? Because you haven't played like Modern Warfare 2019 on.
I mean, I've used Call of Duty gunsmiths.
Gunsmiths?
Yeah. Like,
What do you mean?
the gunsmith had to, like, smith with your guns.
Not create a class, specifically gunsmith.
Yeah, like the mods and stuff, right?
Not the like attachments, like the ones where you have like 50 different 50 different scopes, 50 different back like stocks.
Yeah, in COD Mobile.
Okay. I was thinking about that. I'm like, is he talking about COD Mobile? I'm gonna take a drink from my bottle.
It's fine.
Anyway, so that's coming back, and we don't know how it's gonna go. If it's gonna be bad like that, the UI is at least gonna be better. But how do you feel about that in a game? Because you play COD Mobile, but you've also played Fortnite, where it's the more traditional. Here's 2 or 3 different types, right? You put one scope on. How do you feel about that? Because I was playing Vanguard because I didn't want to have all the Call of Duty, so if I want to play anything, I have the option to. And it was on sale, like 70% off. And they have so the way it normally does is you can have like 5 different attachments, and you can choose between foregrip, rear grip, stock, muzzle, all of that. Cold War had wild cards, which are coming back, where you can add extra attachments. You can do up to 8. But Vanguard had a permanent 10 attachments.
Dang.
So you can put a muzzle, barrel, optic, ammo, not magazine, ammo type, magazine, rear grip, foregrip, stock, and then you also had like mods, so you can get like plus 20 XP, melee
like
readiness, fully loaded. There's 2 different types, and 2 different options. How do you feel about that, like, when it comes, because you've played a lot more games, so I feel like you have a little bit more idea, maybe not just in guns, but you've played more games to have customizability on your guns, because I've really only played COD.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
what kind of systems do you like or think, especially for this type of game?
do you mean like in terms of customizing performance or like aesthetically?
Not aesthetically, because like obviously aesthetically it can be pretty fun, but like practicality, because like right now having like 17 different red dot sites seems a bit impractical. But do you think it's good to have 2 or 3? Like maybe you could have a circle, maybe you could have a square, maybe you have a rectangle red dot site, and that's it.
I think it's the best way to do it that I've seen is kind of like a branching tree. So like if I want a red dot site, select that, then allow me to change like the reticle and the scope around it, and different elements of that scope, kind of have it be a branch. Don't give me like 30 different choices of red dot scopes. Just allow me to customize the one red dot that's available, and then do that with each of the different mods.
I think I see something kind of like that with, what is it, Ghost Recon, where you can really customize your gun. Like I've seen like to the screw or something, which seems pretty cool. Obviously that's a bit much for Call of Duty, but I will say that's one thing I'm excited to come back. Is this was so bad, like I don't think you realize how bad Modern Warfare 2 and 3 have gotten. They had a bundle drop in the shop, and it gave you a red dot sight, right? But the dot was blue, and it was a completely different scope. And because of the way the UI was, it was just never-ending scrolling. So in the 30, you'd see this one red dot sight with a blue dot instead, and the only way you can accept it is by buying the bundle. But it's there in the menu. Like, it's not you buy it and it adds it. It is always there. So we're going back to customizable reticles, so it's not a whole new site, which is really excited. There's some zombie reticles and stuff that you can grind for. So I'm really excited because there's just a lot to grind for. I'm excited for. That's one of the big things. I don't know if you saw too. Are you planning on playing both weekends?
Probably, maybe, if I'm available.
I mean, it is available because you
if I'm available.
Oh, if you're available. But there is some rewards first weekend. So if you guys are listening to this next weekend, this week when one might already happen, but maybe weekend 1 started yesterday. I don't know.
See, Seth, but this is why you weren't supposed to bring up Call of Duty.
I know, but did you have any other idea that you could actually talk about for more than 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Stampy's Lovely World got a world down, though.
I saw that, and I hate it because it's freaking $10. It's so stupid. I hate
Well, it has a Java one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Java one, and it's free.
Which just shows how much Bedrock sucks. If I'm on my console, I have to spend $10 to play Stampy's Lovely World.
That's not Stampy's fault. That's Mojang's fault.
I know it's Mojang. I'm not blaming Stampy. It's just, hey, this is so cool. And it is partially Stampy's fault, because I feel like creators like that, I know it's a lot, but they really do need to do something, and I feel like they need to stick up.
I mean, he couldn't release it for free for Bedrock, though. Like, he had mentioned before that he only wanted to release it if both versions could have it, because he himself played on Bedrock. So he only wanted to do it if both could have it. But
not Bedrock. Console. It's too old for Bedrock.
Bedrock console.
Bedrock is a version.
Bedrock
console is a different thing. Like the Xbox One version, which is different than Bedrock.
Yeah, he played that version and then moved it over to Bedrock.
Which I feel like it kind of fell off since then.
No, honestly, it allowed him to do a lot of cooler stuff. But that's besides the point. He wanted it on Bedrock, and the only way to do that was through Marketplace.
Yeah, that's fair. I hate Marketplace. The whole other way. Which we still gotta do our Minecraft episode, by the way.
Which Minecraft episode?
The one where we do Minecraft stuff. Actually, speaking of which, wait, no. We're in August. Have we had a live trailer yet? For Minecon this year?
I don't know.
Normally we do, in May or something. Have we had a Minecraft trailer yet? Hold up.
Realization time.
Is Minecon a thing in 2020? Is there going to be a Minecon? Biggest event ever, apparently. It's Minecraft ending in 2024. I don't think that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope, that's...
You're not saying it there.
Yeah. I was expecting... Well, I keep scrolling through this. I just want to quickly say there is, for the beta, there's some rewards where you have to play the first weekend, and I'm guessing to max level 20. And then they'll add 10 more levels, and the total beta max level will be 30. Because they always, they don't release the full game, so there's only going to be like 4 or 5 maps, 15, 20 guns out of the 30, 40 that might release. Yeah, I don't know.
10 months ago is when the announcement for the last Minecraft Live got announced.
10 months ago?
10 months ago. Minecraft Live 2023, the countdown is on 10 months ago. So I guess they have 2 months.
What date was that?
Hold on, let me click the video. That was September 28th. That's when it was announced.
All right. And then October 15th
was Minecraft Live.
Minecraft Live. So let's open up the calendar. I'm looking. So it looked... Did they really only announce it a month before?
I guess so.
Man,
so there's still time, I suppose.
There is still time. It's just... I think this is just them being not scaredy cats, just a little bit more hesitant after the last few years where they're waiting till last minute so they have more stuff like actually done to announce. So it's like, hey guys, we need 2 more weeks to actually develop this final little feature for Minecon, and then they're going to push it back.
They also probably only just launched Tricky Trials. Like, Tricky Trials is, what, a month old now?
3. 2.
Which one is it?
June. So that's almost 3.
The official update trailer is 2 months ago, yeah.
So, I mean, that's fair. Did that feel like it took a little longer than expected? Like, I figured it would release a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Like, just a month sooner. I'm not saying, like, oh, it's 5 months behind. Any Hytale news?
That's funny. You're funny.
No, but there has been some Hytale news, and it looks pretty cool. Slowly but surely. No date.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Summer 2024 development update? It was July 29th. They have been on track since winter 2023. Great.
It's terrible. We have 5 more minutes to fill the space. What do we want to talk about?
I don't know.
Let's just talk about the unfortunate news that apparently 8 teams at the Fortnite GLAN event, which is happening next weekend, by the way, are not going to be able to appear because of visa issues.
Lovely.
Which is really sad. I know we talked about that on the Fortnite one, but that's kind of sad. It shows how new and hesitant esports still is. Like, I'd say esports is a proper thing now. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a proper thing because you can make plenty of money. I mean, let's look at Booga. He made more than, like, I think
they were considering making it an Olympic.
It was an Olympic.
Not this year.
Was it last year? Because remember, they did the little mobile game, and there was a Fortnite map. Like, this is like... Yeah, I remember seeing Moist Critical complaining about it because it was so bad. The Olympic Esports Series from the official website.
What year? 2023?
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
See, archery. Nope, is that it?
Then they didn't do it this year, and I guess what I saw is they were planning on doing it next year. That's so weird, why they would just, like, skip it.
Because it was trash. They literally had mobile games. Like, half of the games were mobile. And then there was a Fortnite map. It wasn't BR.
Yeah, that's their own fault, to be honest.
It was like an aim trainer. But speaking of which, the last little bit, did you see anything about the Esports World Cup? Not the Olympics, the Esports World Cup.
No.
It is this huge thing with Esports World Cup. How much is the prize pool? So it already happened. What was the prize pool? I want to say like 10
21
mil?
game titles, 8-week event, 200 the world best esports clubs, 1,500 esports players.
Yeah, it was massive.
They won
and there was
$7 million.
Yep. So it was, because I saw Fortnite had
Warzone, Free Fire, Apex, whatever that
it was
is,
like
Tekken,
anything
Rocket
like
League,
competitive.
Overwatch.
Yep.
It
was all over the place. Lots of different teams, like FaZe, some smaller ones.
It is.
But this was big. I want to look into it, like see a summary of it because it looked like it just ended recently. Because I tried to pay attention, but it was just too much, and I was also at camp. But that was big.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I did keep up. I wonder if that's how reoccurring that's going to be. I don't think that's going to be a yearly thing for how much money and how hard that is to set up. But I wonder if
here's the prize pool number: $60 million prize pool.
Dang. Do you think that could be like a 4-year thing, like the Olympics?
I think so. I mean, it could be really cool to see that happen. I don't know how much money, like, esports as a entity is able to accumulate in that time. Because
well, it's sponsors, it's the teams themselves, probably. It's the video games themselves.
I mean, I'm sure the games themselves paid to be part of it. Like,
yeah,
that has to be it. So the bigger the game, the more money they're probably able to offer. So,
but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, I don't know too much about what happened, like any winners or stuff, but I was thinking just a really cool thing that happened because obviously the Olympics happened this year, and do you know what's not happening at the next Olympics?
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing. Breakdancing. Enough said. If you know, you know. But with that, I'm Dr. Zombrain.
Are you, though? You could have been an imposter this whole time.
Among Us? Us? Yeah, bruh. You went there. And I'm JJ. Follow us at Nerd Rant Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Join our Discord. There's a link tree to check out everywhere that we're uploading and
other stuff.
Brain rot. That's really what this is. I have multiple channels. JJ has a channel. go subscribe, watch us. I don't know when this is going live, but we'll be back. Hopefully JJ will be fine.
Probably.
Everybody
maybe.
wish JJ luck with his wisdom teeth, because he's going to lose the little wisdom he has.
Haha. Peace.
Bye-bye.